What's up guys, Brandon here once again, welcome to Planet Perth. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different video, not less sightseeing and more sort of talking about the place, Western Australia, and some of the things you might not know about it. So just to start it off guys, some of you guys might know I originally moved out here in 2006, and because of visa problems I had to leave in 2008 and returned here in 2010, so I was 2 years out of the country. And in those 2 years there was actually quite a bit of development, and not all of it for the good. When I first arrived here in Australia, I was really taken back by how clean, how pristine, how well everybody lived, and just like every other major city I'd ever been to, of course there was the panhandlers on the street, the beggars, but the homelessness problem really took off in those next 2 years. Now I don't know if it was maybe something that changed in those 2 years or something I just didn't see in the first visit, but the homeless problem really took off. Now I come from Belfast, I lived in London, I lived in Edinburgh, I've been all around Europe, and every major city has that same problem, but Perth had a real low scale version of the homeless problem. We didn't have any tent cities, we didn't have any sort of crazy happenings in the streets. Nobody was like violent, or there wasn't many public drunkenness, but over the last couple of years it really has sort of picked up, and I've always seen it as something that's completely unnecessary in a country like this, where the wealth is evident. It's very evident. Just look around this place, man. Look around this place. Nobody should be sleeping on the streets here. But what I've come to realize, guys, is the majority of the homeless people that I see are of Aboriginal descent, and people of Aboriginal descent have a different mindset than most Australians. They don't see the world the same way we do. I would be very much doubtful if they see themselves as homeless. I know quite a few Aboriginal people, I have quite a few Aboriginal friends, and they see themselves in a different way. They see themselves connected, not the same way we do. They have a large family that's basically every Aboriginal person is a family member of some kind. And there is a community involvement there that they just sort of look after each other and bond together. They kind of see themselves as us against them. And yeah, I would be really surprised if they see themselves as homeless. They've been living this way for a long time. It's been sort of taught to them generationally. So yeah, we're going to try and meet some people today and hear what they have to say about it, and see if there's anything we can actually do about it, because you know, there's no point just making videos all the same content as everybody else. It's about doing something with your platform. So today I'm going to try and talk to some of the people here in Fremantle and find out their opinions and see if there's anything that they would like to have happen. They can change it. Alright, let's go. Talking to some girls on the beach there. They had one of their combi vans kitted out to do sort of a road journey all throughout WA, and you can sort of feel from speaking to them that there isn't a great deal of fear involved in that. There isn't like the same trepidation you would get from maybe living on the streets of London. These guys are literally far from home, in a completely uncharted place, in a combi van, 2 single girls traveling around Australia, and there's not much fear in that whatsoever. As a little bit of context, I have never been permanently homeless, but there has been quite a few situations in my life where I haven't had a place to stay, and I've ended up either sleeping in bus ports or in train stations or in parks or something like that there. And to be quite honest, the whole time things were running through my head, terror thoughts, you know, things that people like, you know, preying on people in the streets and being vulnerable. And you know, this is as a guy who was in my mid-20s and 30s and stuff like that, and I thought, damn, I'm vulnerable. So as a girl, there's a lot more can go wrong. Hey bro, how's it going? So you can probably tell from that guy straight away that he was, well, I don't know, I have no diagnosis, but he was obviously not a sound mental picture. And that's sometimes the biggest problems. The guys here are some of the people who suffer the most sometimes, the mental problems and things like that, and they end up living on the streets. What's happening, guys? So this is the place in Fremantle where you'll see most people hang out during the day. Usually there's a large crowd of homeless people here, just sort of hanging out on the trees, or hanging out on the grass, under the trees in the shade, just drinking, hanging out. They do have a community police force out here patrolling, but unfortunately these people have really got nowhere to go, so it's just a case of moving them on to the next spot, on to the next spot. So yeah, we're going to try and see if we can find some people, so see if we can have a chat with them. Much luck today, guys. Just gonna keep walking around until we find somebody. I'll have a chat with somebody who really can give me some opinion on this.
I've never done drawing before, so I'm not an artist. I just have no words. So the words I put down, my brother.
And you put these out for donations?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. But I do that in the city, St George's Terrace.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
And you don't get a hassle from the street police in there?
Bro, they got no chance.
Yeah.
They got no chance with me, bro. It's really important to get the message across, bro. So I know everybody, bro. You know Tony Sage, Perth Glory?
Yeah.
I know him.
Yeah.
My mate. So it's really important to get the goods. That one's really important.
I see you doing a lot of messages here for pride and sort of racism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey guys, boy.
Cool. That's awesome, man.
That's what I do, bro. So whenever it's in my heart, I put it on a piece of paper, bro.
That's awesome, dude.
Because only you can decide your own happiness.
That's it.
You know, and if you're not happy, I give a lot of those away.
You were saying your daughter's from Wales? Or lives in Wales?
Yeah.
In
I've been over there 28 times and 6
New
times.
South Wales, or
No.
in England?
Newport.
Yeah, because I come from London.
I know.
And like the homeless situation is crazy over there.
So I've been advocating for the homeless people.
Yeah.
I've been advocating for the homeless people because everybody deserves food, everybody deserves love.
True.
Right? Everybody deserves respect. So just believe in what's going on. That one's really important. Be useful with your voice and not your fists.
Wow.
Because that's me and that's what I do. And if we are one, let's be one.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I mean, like I said, I come from the UK and the homeless situation over there is crazy, but it doesn't seem to be as bad over here, or at least not like comparatively bad.
Yeah.
But what do you think the main problems for people being homeless over here is?
90% of the homeless people choose to be homeless.
They do?
So, well, whether it's drugs or alcohol or a lot of combination of things.
Yeah.
A lot of women have domestic violence.
Yeah.
So I've actually been advocating for the schizophrenics who can't help themselves.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to, even today I was speaking to Anglicare, so United West, you've
Yeah.
might have heard of them.
I have, yeah.
Shelter WA.
Yeah.
Right. To me they're pieces of shit, excuse my language.
Yeah.
So I actually had a meeting with Vic Selden from the Community Development Officer of the City of Perth.
Yeah.
Because right here, right, they shut down the toilets overnight. So where are people meant to go to the toilet overnight? So that was my argument up there. Where are people meant to go? If you have no facilities for them to go, where do you think they're going to go?
In the streets.
In the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so then these people come to here and go, oh, they're disgusting, these homeless people.
Yeah.
But they don't actually know.
Yeah.
Mate, live a day in a homeless person thing.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, all right, I could right now, if I wanted to, everything out of my pockets. I've got nothing in the rest today. Everything out of my pockets. Right, walk off like that, and I'll survive on that.
Just on your.
Just like that.
Okay.
Just like that. Right. Probably better in the morning to start at 7 o'clock in the morning, but I can survive just like that, brother.
And that would feed you for the day, and
That would.
and you
Mate,
sleep? Do you sleep rough as such?
At the moment, I've got a shed, but yeah, for the last 40 months I slept rough because I just wanted society. So somebody's giving me a shed, no food, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I just got to go out and make a few bucks for myself and do my own thing.
Yep.
So that's really, really important, mate. You know what I mean?
That is awesome. Man.
But that's the power of the pen.
Power of the
pen
word.
is mightier than the sword. You know what I mean? And that's really important. So whatever I feel, I just ride on a car, yeah, and I just put it out. Today is like, you beautiful. It's a beautiful day.
It is beautiful, yeah.
Right, that one's really important.
Like you were saying earlier about the about people choosing to be homeless here in Australia, do you think that's the majority of Aboriginal people choose to be homeless?
Mate,
Or do
society's
they
looking
even
down.
see it as homeless?
Well, society's looking down, mate. You know what I mean? So, mate, all the people in the bush are homeless, mate. They choose to live, you know,
But they
long
don't.
grass.
Would you say they see themselves as homeless?
No, not at all, mate.
No. Yeah.
But judge somebody's heart, not their appearance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, my biggest thing is, mate, get a big warehouse, separate men and women, right? Have two entrances.
How easy would that be? How easy would
City
that
of Perth, yeah.
There is.
Right? Do you know the sleep? So, recycle bins. We're not going to call them recycle. They're made in Australia, those yellow ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Get them to make them into sleeping pods. Now I've spoken to people about this, right? Make them into a sleeping pod, right? So they can put all their stuff in, right? Underneath, they put a mattress, pillow. You've got 200 of them. You separate it, right? Two entrances, men, woman, right? That's really, really important, right? Because a lot of women suffer mental health, domestic violence. They don't want to go near men,
Yeah.
right? Have lots of clean showers, toilets in them.
Yeah.
Have security guards in them, right?
Yeah.
So when they arrive at 7 o'clock at night, there's a hot meal waiting for them,
Yeah.
right? Have a list, all right? Today's meals are, for this week,
Do you go to the shelter?
no, I don't go anywhere there.
St. Patrick's Day?
No, I don't go there. No, that's not me, bro. That's not me. I'd rather do my own thing.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't think myself every Friday. So I would meet myself. I'm about to flap my wings and spread my wings and fly. You know what I
Go
mean?
somewhere else now?
No. Just get working again.
I'll get working.
I used to be executive chef, mate.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? But I just felt social change needs to happen, and that's really, really important, right? Because if we just muck around, so I want to experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can say hello in 15 different languages. Konnichiwa, bonjour, assalamu alaikum, ni hama. You know what I mean? Buongiorno. So that's really, really important to say hello. So when you say hello to some people, you've got their attention, you've got their heart.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But this warehouse, right? So they've got screens in there, and they play a movie every night. Right. The movie this week boom, 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 boom. Right, they sleep there, right, in these pods. They have security guards over there, watching over everybody. Right. Put them on show if they play up. 3-strike law, you're out of here. Right. And then in the morning they wake up, they've got breakfast, they've got a cut lunch, like sandwiches and a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Right. And off they go for the day. But have all the services there waiting for them when they wake up.
That sounds
One-stop
really
shop.
easy.
How easy is that, brother?
That's really easy.
And you could put it all around the world, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what they want. People want a safe place to sleep. You're right. Safe place to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would give them a safe place. They want food in their tummy now. Everybody's got food. Yeah. What do you do once you've had a big feast?
Yeah.
Go to sleep. Happy and go to sleep.
Happy.
You're content, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play a movie on a big screen. Something for them to look forward to every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wake up, they got food, off they go, if they want to go out for the day, and they've got to cut lunch. Really, really important, mate.
Yeah,
How
that
easy-
sounds sort of really achievable. When you look around Fremantle, just as a self,
Yeah,
most of these buildings here are empty.
exactly.
Empty.
So this is bureaucracy. Don't put a band-aid solution on it. Fix the problem.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for talking to me, dude.
No worries,
Really appreciate it. Oh, I'll give it a fit.
Yeah.
What was your name?
Simon.
Simon. Nice to meet you, Simon. I'm
Right,
gonna
bro.
jog on, okay?
Yeah, have a good day, brother.
You too. Oh, that guy was really, really smart and intelligent. Not the type of person you normally associate with being somebody homeless, but yeah, he was doing his part, and wow, pleasure to meet these guys. Let's continue. So it really kind of brings the point what the guy was just saying about empty spaces and underutilized. When you come across an area like this, this is a part of the shopping district here in Fremantle, and as you can probably tell, it's empty. There's not one business still operating in this little spot here, and all these spaces are sitting waiting and have been waiting for a very long time. And right across the road, for no necessary reason I can tell, they're building a giant mall. So plenty of space for all these projects, but the looks of things, there's no lack of money in this society. So trying to figure out what the real problem might be here. Like the guy said, maybe most people choose not to sort of participate, and they choose to be a derelict, they choose to be somebody who lives on the fringes and decide not to do these things. To be honest, I don't know if that's something I would really agree with. I think that's a really hard choice for somebody to consciously make. We got the what's called the Noongar Outreach Program, and they're sort of like a community police for the Aboriginal community. And I'm just going to see if I can get these guys to chat for like 1 second, and hopefully. Hey guys, how's it going? Do you mind if I ask you a question or two? Do you mind if I ask you a question or two? My name's Brendan. I do videos on Perth based as being an outsider. I'm doing a video about people who live on the streets here in Perth. And I've been talking to a lot of people, and it kind of, like I come from London, it's a different situation over there, like from over here. People over here kind of almost seem to choose homelessness in a way. Would you say that was sort of true, or?
What do you mean, like choose?
Choose it in the sense that they decide that it's better for them. In a sense, yeah, they sort of say, like people on the streets of London, they live in real squalor, you know, they like live in sewers and in like street doors and things like that. People over here kind of have it a little easier, and they kind of choose it a little bit better.
Choice.
Yeah, yeah. And as far as the Aboriginal community, I would, as somebody that doesn't know, I would guess most of you guys would say they don't even see themselves as being homeless. It's kind of in the tradition to be nomadic and move around and not really stay in one place. Would you say that was true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. It's saying I do have a choice here.
Yeah.
Do have a choice to get a home.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it was even much a choice of having a home, but sort of choice of sort of opting out of that choice. Yeah, it's like they choose not to do that route, whereas in yeah. And why would you think that would be? Just because of the choice of freedom, or?
Probably because I don't like spending money on bills.
Okay, so it's just a
Free living on the street.
free living, yeah. It's just easy. Yeah. Okay. And what do you think the change will be in that? Or will there be a change in that?
Well, like a few weeks ago, because of the COVID virus,
Yeah.
a lot of them were taken out of the street for.
It seems very quiet today. You know, usually I come down here, it's usually 2 or 3 people sleeping on the grass and things like that. And yeah, it's very quiet today. And when I first came here in 2006, I didn't see any homeless people, and came back in 2010, and it sort of exploded. And yeah, don't know what you guys think about that. Has it sort of always been this way, or?
Well, because we work with our homeless people.
Yeah.
It's our job to try and get them into accommodation.
Yeah.
And lead them in the right direction to
Yeah.
where they want to go. I'll say it's about the same in the last
About the
couple
same, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, when I first come here, I didn't notice it at all. I mean, maybe in the CBD of Perth, but definitely not in.
Have you been in there?
Not in the last year or so. Yeah.
You need to go in there.
Why is that?
Well, that's where they are.
They are in the CBD?
Yeah. You know where MacGyver train station is?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
jump
MacGyver. Oh,
You
down.
jump off there,
Yeah.
and you'll see them all.
Oh, really? Okay. And that's...
Because around the corner there's a building,
Yeah,
Trandies, they
yeah.
give them breakfast and lunch.
Oh.
They can have showers.
Oh yeah, so they're in that sort of area of the city? Yeah, okay. It used to be hanging around Forest Chase and there'd be a lot of like public drinking and stuff. That's kind of changed now lately.
Some do that.
Yeah.
World Square is the main budget park.
Okay,
That's the main park where they sort of hang out.
cool. I mean, I want to sort of like show people from different parts of the world, like, you know, the problem still exists here, but it's a different kind of problem, and it's a different attitude towards the problem.
Different in every state.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's different in Queensland, but over here in West Australia, it seems a lot more easier and a lot less response to it. You know, there's like, in London, sort of people like give and give and give. Over here, it's kind of like, walk past these people, you know, like they're choosing this sort of thing, you know, as opposed to,
true.
you know, they don't want it, you know, there's a lot less giving. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we get a lot.
yeah, you don't want help at all. That's really interesting.
They took about 40 homeless to Woodman's Point,
Yeah.
and only 12 of them lasted there.
Oh wow.
They got homes.
What's at Woodman's Point?
They had like a campsite there.
Oh,
where
okay.
they took, when the COVID virus started,
Yeah.
they took them all off the street.
Okay.
Took them down there. They were told they were going to get housed. They only had to sit there for about 2 months.
Yeah.
But one of them didn't work out.
Yeah.
They just got out of there.
I mean, probably it's been taught to them as from kids, that sort of sense of freedom, sense of,
I think they learned to not rely on no one but themselves.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you see that changing at all? No? No? Not really? It's
I
interesting.
mean, you can talk to people in the face, tell
Yeah.
them to change them.
Yeah, it seems like you could just keep on giving and giving and giving, and just keep on sort of being the same problem. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, thanks so much for your time, guys. I just
What
want
was
to...
your name?
Brendan. Nice to meet you guys. I'll see you around, okay? Yeah, so it really is kind of an interesting problem here in Perth. You can tell from the people here, they don't really care. They don't really want to be on the streets, but at the same time, they don't want that constraint. Interesting. That's okay, a lot of people don't, you know, but I want to make these videos to sort of show people the other side of Perth. Sometimes when you sort of see Perth, you get the sort of like the glitz and glamour of it all, and you don't really get to see the real life of Perth, and that's what I want to try and show people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you say yourself you don't really consider yourself homeless at all.
No.
Would you say it was a choice?
Yes.
It is a choice, so you could choose not to be on the streets, but you'd prefer to be here?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, you can sort of understand the vast difference between somewhere like here in London, where the climate is a lot more hospitable, and you possibly could sleep on the streets and not freeze to death and things like that. And a lot of people are saying to me, you know, they're choosing this, and I'm struggling to see the benefits of it. To be honest, I'm really struggling to see what life on the streets really can offer you. That having a house and having responsibilities and cars and all the normal stuff that people sort of aspire to, why that would be such a trap for these people. But yeah, we're going to keep on talking to them, and hopefully there's some change can happen. Seems like people are sort of tiptoeing around it, you know. Doesn't seem like they really want to tell you the real reasons. I mean, the reasons are the same no matter where you go in the world. It's drugs, addiction, abuse, domestic violence, all those things are the same no matter where you go on the planet. But yeah, it seems to be something over here in Australia. It's a little bit different from that, a little extra on top of that. So there you have it, guys. It's a really complex issue and it happens all around the world. And I just wanted to show you a little bit about what happens here in Perth and the different sort of attitude we have over here towards homelessness and to the way homeless people view themselves over here. I mean, just to give you a little story, when I grew up in Belfast, we had this one guy who was homeless in the city. He was somebody who drank every single day, who slept rough every single day, never changed his clothes, was somebody who was addicted to sniffing glue, and we used to call him Barabbas. Barabbas was seen all throughout the city, and he was one of those guys you just avoided, and nobody wanted to help him. When the police came to get him, they actually used to bring one of those big long poles with like a dog leash on it, and they would walk him down the street kind of on arms, well, poles length, into the police cars, because they wouldn't want to touch him and things like that. And I mean, it was a really sad sight, and it has been sort of my experience that homelessness is something of real poverty and desperation. People really don't want to do it, but here in Australia, and especially in Perth and West Australia, it's a different attitude. So yeah, this is a short video today, guys, showing you something a little bit more interesting, something a little bit different from the normal views. And if you like these videos, make sure you like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, post a comment, and we'll see you next time. Peace.